that paragraph in your report?
I have seen it, and do
you agree with the Auditor General that you have violated Section 16 of the County Attorney Act?
When I forward, Chair, we approved it for the pre-qualification, but they did not prepare a report. That's where the problem is. They did not prepare a report to the governor.
They did not prepare a report of them?
A report to the governor of how they undertook that, but I remember in the cabinet approving that we can have a pre-qualified list of.
Is there evidence of a cabinet minutes, cabinet memo, where that approval was done? Was there a cabinet paper to that extent? Because, mind you, we are not saying, you have explained yourself well, Governor, that there'll be specialized cases where you need specialized legal services that you don't have internally. But the law requires you to get the approval of the County Executive Committee. Is there evidence?
I agree with the law. Yeah. And therefore,
if you agree with the law, then you should demonstrate to us how you complied with the law.
This is information that can be provided later.
Are you seeing this for the first time? I'm reading from your, unlike Senator Cherargei, who read from the annexure, I am reading from the main body of the audit report. Because if you give me the answer, then we don't have to go over that matter again. I'm trying to kill many birds with one stone. There was a paragraph on irregular engagement of consultants for legal services. I'm just trying to, can you go to your answer? Go to your answer so that we kill that matter. I hope your team shared with you this report before you came here.
Yes, they did.
Because you seem surprised about this.
No, Chair. I'm aware. I just want to understand what kind of...
Yeah, so maybe we need to really make progress, but then, Chair, just to follow up on the issue that you raised. About the negatory expenditure, an expenditure that could have been avoided, because reading the audit query, it states that assessment notice from KRA dated 13th March 2023 reflects penalties of 7 million and interest of 2 million, respectively, resulting to total amount of 49 million that was deducted but not remitted. I think the county needs to mitigate on that one. Why do you deduct money on behalf of KRA and then you don't remit, and then you cause the county to lose money? You need to mitigate. You've not answered it in your response here. We need to know why you allowed the county to lose this amount of money, amounting to 71 million. What were the challenges? What did you use that money for? Because it's a question of diverting money to other use.
Chair, that happened between 2016 and 2022, and that is why the people of Nyandarua kicked somebody out and they brought in somebody.
The query states that if the money was remitted, the deadlines were 30th April 2023. Had the county remitted the respective deductions by due deadlines from 30th April 2023, savings of 71 million would have been made.
Chair, when we came in, we found a lot of arrears, and we have been paying these arrears because nothing had been paid for 5 years. So when we came in, we started by paying.
Was this auditor an issue of this particular year under review, or it was a historical thing?
It's cumulative, Chair. It's cumulative.
I think, members, we have agreed with and the governor has also accepted that it is at our discretion to recommend to EACC to investigate the issue of nugatory expenditure and hold people accountable. Whether they are in office or not, the Constitution allows anybody who misuses public funds to be held accountable. And I believe EACC has the instruments for that. Now, you are looking at your answer, because this issue of legal fees, the auditor has gone ahead and said that even the manner in which you are selecting legal firms was not in line with the procurement laws, and therefore you're operating in a manner that disadvantaged other firms. Do you agree with that?
Chair, you can see my response here is that the recommendation, we've had it, and I've said we have hired now a senior person, Solicitor General, and going forward we are saying all legal matters in the county will be handled internally.
Sorry, Governor. Get the question from the chairman. We are saying you could get complex cases where you need external lawyers. That we have no problem. What we are saying is that you are not following due process. One, you are supposed to seek authority of your CEC, which you did not seek. That's what we are saying. Two, even where you are hiring the external lawyers, you are not giving them equal opportunities. It's not competitive. So you are breaching the procurement laws. You don't give everybody who is pre-qualified an opportunity to compete and get that work. So that is breach of the law. The chairman is asking, do you have any answer to show that you followed the law?
Correct. Yes. The first part.
You hold the authority of your CC?
The first part, that is authority,
yes,
from the cabinet, I have said we did that. Maybe we don't have the annex here, but we did it.
As in that matter in the audit query?
It is a substantive audit query.
You should have responded before we held this meeting today.
Oh, I'll punish the person who failed to give the document to the auditors because it's there. I'll do administrative.
This is beyond provision of documents.
Yes.
I think allow us to look at the County Attorney's Act, look at the offences defined there, and we recommend appropriately.
Correct.
Because there must be an offence under that act.
The second part, Chair, I agree. The second part of the question is about, I talked of emergency. When somebody brings a letter and tomorrow we are supposed to be in court, if we don't have time to go for a substantive, that's the time now we pick people who are available to defend us.
All that is covered under the procurement laws. You can justify and show the auditors the evidence. Nobody is saying you can't hire external lawyers, but you must follow the law. That's the query before us, that you did not follow the law in hiring the lawyers.
Chair, I am the drafter of the County Attorney Act. The reason we put in place the office of the County Attorney, County Solicitor, is to address emergencies that the governor is saying. Because if he is telling us there is a demand letter today for Nyandarua County to be sued, for example, that they need to go through procurement, yet you have an in-house counsel, unless you are doubting the ability of your in-house legal team. And even the substantive question which has been raised by the auditor, there is no justification that you are having more than 50 law firms to look, or a number of them, without first using internal mechanisms. So, for example, when the governor, you should talk to your colleague of Kilifi, Gideon Mungaro, and he established a retinue of legal counsel to address. So, Governor, when you appear before us and tell us if there is an emergency, by the time we get an outside legal counsel, then what was the role of us passing the County Attorney Act, which should have addressed this emergency before even? And Governor, you must prove. I remember, Chair, finally, when Senator Dula and myself served in the legal committee, when the DPP brought in the QC, Queen's Counsel, to address the matter, you must have proved beyond reasonable doubt that it needed a speciality on handling of that legal matter that arose. So there must be justification before you give in any legal expert. Unless they are suing something like issues of aerospace engineering that you need an expert in such area. So, Chair, I think that answer of Governor is not in tandem with the vision that we had.
I think the governor is guilty as charged. It is upon us to make recommendations in line with the offences defined in the County Attorneys Act. But we take note that you now have a solicitor. Do you have a county attorney?
Yes.
Is the county attorney present?
He is being represented by the Solicitor General. The Solicitor.
Why didn't the county attorney come? Because the county attorney is the head of that function.
He had a matter in court today.
It is important that because there are about 4 audit issues touching on legal, it's important that the head of the function is part of this delegation.
Well advised, Chair.
Let me propose something alongside Nairobi City County and other counties with unprecedented pending legal fees. I think Nyandarua should be part of it, so that we can deal with these issues substantively in the presence of the county attorney, alongside Nairobi City County, I think Mombasa and others who had unprecedented legal fees.
Correct. So I think the direction we're giving to the auditor is, in your subsequent audit, look at this, check whether it is recurring, but also look at the contingent liabilities register to see whether they're disclosing and whether it's being properly stated or overstated. With regards to the pending bills, we are also giving directions that keep this matter in view in the audit cycle that is commencing. I think you have already started the in-year audit, and advise us on whether the county is adhering to the recommendations made by the Senate and the requirements of the law, where pending bills is a first charge. And you will see, Governor, from your own records, from page 68 all the way to page 70, you have pending bills for 2013. Roadworks, small things. And perhaps because of time, we will not spend too much on this, but this is an embarrassment for you to carry in your books bills relating to the year 2013, 2014, 10 years down the line. Because if it's a matter of verification, you don't need 10 years to verify whether a road was done or not. You just need to make a decision. If the claim is payable, verify and pay it. If it is not, strike it off your book and forward it to DCI. Because if it's not payable, it means that that's a crook who's trying to steal from the county government. Why should you carry a pending bill from 2013? Governor, in all honesty, why should someone be walking around your county with invoices from 2013?
Chair, I want to agree with you, and I hope that circular is strongly given to us the way you have stated, because some of these claims, you find a file with empty papers, nothing, no LSO, no nothing, but somebody is still claiming. There is no way we can pay such a pending bill. But or if you can look at our record since we came in, we have paid quite a sizable amount of pending bill, the ones that are approved. So I think as a country, we need to come up with a way of offloading some of these things. They also.
Well, but Governor, who's going to come up with it? You are the CEO. It's the reason you're in the county and Matthew is in the Senate. You are there to make the hard decision. Why should you keep a pending bill in your register from 2013?
And why? The chair, they might need to benchmark with Nyeri. Nyeri has a very small pending bill. You might want to go to Makueni and see what they are doing.
Because they are making the hard decisions. If they are fake claims, they are making a decision on it. Let somebody go to court, deal with it at that point.
Well advised.
So this one, you don't need anybody else to guide you. You are the CEO. This is an executive decision. Now, honorable members, let's move a bit faster. On unexplained voided transactions, this is a matter of great concern, but we want to ask the Auditor General to keep this in view in the current year audit. Budgetary control and performance will take the responses on record. Late exchequer releases, again, will take the responses on record. And resolve prior year matters. We have agreed, Auditor General, that in the next audit cycle, prior year issues that are still outstanding will appear in the report.